It said there was still yet light in Goshen. I know a lot of y'all just jumped past that, didn't even think about it, but that has stuck down in my craw that even though there's things going on, there's light over in Goshen. Yes. And it was very specific to me because Goshen sits right in Egypt. That's right. Some of us, the enemy is trying to convince you that the only time you're going to get your deliverance is in heaven.
Well, come on, that's true. Come on, sir. That's true. The devil is a lie.
Y'all just go ahead and y'all suffer your way through, but in heaven, on the other side, on the streets of gold, yeah, I'm going to walk all over God's head. What you going to do till you get there? Some people put themselves in emotional bondage when it's all they do is think about where they're going, but not where they are and how God can keep you where you are. That's why we never really get the true deliverance that we need, because we're always expecting God to do it up in another place. God said, I can deliver you right here. You can be free right now. Hallelujah. At the midnight hour, Paul and Silas began to pray and sing. Where were they? In the midnight hour. That's the darkest time of the day. The midnight hour. They began to praise and rattle up a thanksgiving unto God in the midst of their bondage. And God shook the jail. Yes. Shook it so hard that the chains came off.
Come on, sir.
How many of y'all ready for God to shake your world so hard?
Amen.
That your chains will fall off. That's one thing. Y'all like the chain falling off part.
Yes, right.
I'm not sure you're ready for the shaking so hard. Come on here. When I put it all together, you know, break the chains though. Break the chain. What's that song? Break every chain. You didn't sing in there. Shake the house. Shake the foundation. Rock this place. So the chains will break. No, she just wanted the chains broken. But you got to understand, for God to break the chains, sometimes you got to go to places that don't seem like the place you ought to be. And I want you to understand that even though they were going over to Goshen and Goshen had light, I want to show you something, that Goshen was a temporary place that God put them so that they could be restored, they could be kept, they could be supplied for. But Goshen was not where they were supposed to stay. How many of y'all know the story? We preached it many times in the rock and hard place where they were coming out of Egypt, right? Anybody ever found how they got there?
Oh, yeah.
They were the people of God before they got to Egypt.
Right.
They were the children of Israel before they got to Egypt. They went in as the children of Israel.
Yeah, they sure did.
See, most folks don't think about that. They just think, yeah, they came out and got hard with the Red Sea. But how did they get in there? Because see, now they wanted to get out. But there was a time they wanted to get in. You hear what I'm saying? Nobody took them like they did with slaves and put them on ships and took them into Goshen. They went willingly. They were beckoned. They went in. It was a deliverance for them. But what was a deliverance one day? I'm going to preach up in here today. Oh my, I got 2 Bibles, so y'all know y'all in trouble.
Use the Lord. Use the word, Lord.
In Genesis 45, 1 through 15. Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him, and he cried, caused every man to go out from me, and there stood no man with him, while Joseph made himself known unto his brethren. Now this is the story where Joseph was sold by his brothers to some folk. First they had wanted to kill him. You go back and look at the early scriptures. Matter of fact, his father sent him out. The brothers had gone out, and they had gone out to tend the sheep, and he sent him out there to go and to minister to them. Go find your brethren. And he went out. He went one place, they were gone, and then he looked, and somebody was there, and he said, "Well, they went to Dothan." So he went on to Dothan. Some of y'all would have just turned and went on back home, Daddy, I couldn't find him. Messed up the whole plan of God. Because somebody wasn't where you thought they was when you thought they were supposed to be there. How much do you really want this blessing? So he went on down to Goshen, and he found them, and while they saw him coming, they were conspiring to kill him. Sometimes you got to go where people are conspiring your demise. Don't you know that God knew what they were thinking? Don't you know that God knew what was going on, and that God could reveal that? But God did not reveal that to him, and he walked right up into Dothan, right up into the trap. They were conspiring. There are people out there that you don't even know that's conspiring against you. They went right up in there, and they ended up selling. They was going to kill him. But they didn't kill him because they didn't want his blood on their hands. Some folks will kill you. They just don't want to go to jail. And there's some other things they can do that, might get you out of the picture, but don't put them in jeopardy. So see, if they went back home and had to tell and really knew what had happened, somebody was going to tell. I mean, you know that you can't keep that kind of stuff a secret. Somebody would let that thing out of nothing, but God revealed it in the midnight hour by an angel. Israel would have known that his son was dead. So anyway, here they are, and they didn't sell him, they sold him, and he goes into captivity, and he goes through all these trials and tribulations. Now that's not what we're preaching on today. But he went through all these trials and tribulations, but he ends up in Egypt. And as the whole story plays out, and we can go back and preach on some of those things and to bring us to this point, but I just want to deal with here today. And then he ends up being down there in Egypt, and his family is down in Canaan during a famine. That's right. There was a famine that came over the land. You know, the famine will hit the good folk and the bad folk.
That's the story. That's right.
You don't believe that? You read this story because they just because you in here and you done got saved and now you speaking in tongues and running all over the church and got a testimony. You think that stuff isn't going to happen to you, you better read the Bible. They was the folk of God. People God had chosen. They were down in Canaan, which he had promised them. Yep. Canaan wasn't just any old land, it was the promised land. They were down in Canaan in the promised land, and famine came and hit the promised land. Oh Lord, what have we done? What shall we do? God had a plan. He already knew the famine was coming a long time ago. That's what started this whole thing with Joseph. You go back and read the story, it was all nothing but a plan of God and how it was going to roll out, and it just rolled out this way, and here they were, and there they were. Hallelujah. Everything coming to pass just like God said it would. They were going to bow down to him. That's why they got rid of it. Didn't understand that was going to be their deliverance. Didn't understand that that whole picture was bringing them to a point of deliverance. A lot of times y'all will see your deliverance and mock it because you don't like the way it's going to come.
Come on now. All right.
Upset that he's going to use somebody else other than you.
My Lord, make it plain, sir.
What you mean I'm going to bow down? Yeah, he's born of the same daddy. Why we going to bow down to him? You just don't know the plan of God. And you got to get in the plan. Sometimes folk can't build up a ministry because nobody wants to support the leader.
Come on, sir.
Because they think they could be the leader. Why he the leader? Why she the leader? Why they got to be the one? And instead of getting on board and just riding the ride and getting to the place, because they all going to the same place, you're going to get upset and hinder the word. Fight against what God has said. Then after you done it, you're sitting there knowing you're guilty, and every time God is coming up, you looking like he's a popo coming over the hill. Because you know you done did wrong. You know you have done wrong according to the will of God. You know you did. And it's still affecting up, you still trying to cover up. You know how God is a revealer of things. Every time God shows up, you hide. I got it. He over in Goshen, I'm going to something. I'm not going to Goshen.
Help us, Lord. Help us, Lord.
I'm not going over there where God is. He's going to tell. I know he's going to tell you. What do you know? Take the neighbor. Another scenario. God knows something. When folk know that God knows, it doesn't really matter who else knows. They know that God is a revealer. And he can reveal things to folk that don't know nothing about it.
Amen.
Ain't even thinking about it. They just out in the field and all of a sudden they get a vision. You don't believe that? Read your Bible. There were folks just going about their daily duty. And God would say, stop down, go down and meet that man named Paul. And he's had an experience on the Damascus Road. I want you to go down and tell him and interpret what that experience was all about. Joseph of Arimathea, who prepared a grave for the Savior. Didn't know he just prepared the sepulchre.
My Lord.
That's what he thought. But I'm going to show you something, because I got to hurry, because there's a clear message here today. So, and here they were, and Joseph said to his brother, come near to me, I pray thee. And they came near, and he said, I am Joseph, your brother, whom ye sold into Egypt. Now therefore be not grieved nor angry with yourself that ye sold me hither, for God did send me before you to preserve life. But now up in verse 3, at the end of verse 3, it says, and his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence. Sometimes we've done some folk wrong, and God will put them in the midst, and they're the ones that's the key to our deliverance. And instead of us going forth and saying, God, okay, I thank you, we're saying, what they going to do to us? What you hand this over to them? You better treat folk right. Amen. Because you don't know how your path is going to cross again the next time. And sometimes you miss your deliverance because you won't yield yourself or submit yourself to humbleness. God had opened the door for them to get things right. That's all they had to do, say, I'm sorry. But really, too, they didn't have to do that because God had prepared the heart of Joseph. All right. How could Joseph, oh, this is a good one here. How could Joseph get over what his brethren had done to him? Some of y'all are still harboring stuff that folk have done to you. The only way you can get over stuff that people have done to you is submit it that it must be the will of God for my life. And no matter what's going on, God's going to take it and make it good. Hallelujah. Oh, y'all not hearing me. See something? Y'all like being mad too much. I can see that man. Y'all enjoy being mad. Because y'all should have rejoiced because somebody just got the key to getting out of jail. You don't have to be in bondage to what's happened and what's been going on and all the things and all that. If we go ahead and just say, God, it must be for your glory. Show me what you're doing in this thing. Show me how. Because see, when Joseph got that, all of the animosity toward his brethren left him. Yes. Now, they didn't know that. Sharing with someone this morning, you need to call a brother. But he said, well, I don't even know why that's problem. He thinks there's a problem. Well, there ain't no problem. There's no problem. Well, I don't even know what I need to say. You sitting back here, you done worried for 15 years over what happened 15 years ago. They done moved on, forgiven you, and gone on. Amen. Hallelujah. And you still won't walk into the promised land because you're afraid they're there. Huh? Remember the two twins? One ended up with the birthright. There were two twins, two separate twins. But there was more than that. It wasn't just Jacob and Esau. But the thing is, they had these challenges, and every time you come into fellowship with people, you're going to have some challenges. Amen. I done said some things to Brother Bryson that if we didn't love one another, Lord have mercy what I said to Sister Valerie. If we didn't love one another, and I'm serious, and you wait you get past all these things, you see it for the will of God. Whatever I'm going through, because I'm saved. The Bible says all things work together for good to them that love God and are the called according to His purpose. I don't know about you, but that's me. That's a preach word. Girl, you can preach that one day. I'm going to give you the mic. You said. One of those you said words. Yeah. You said. I might work that today. You said. So when they went in and they said these 2 years had the famine been in the land, and there are 5 years in which there shall neither be, even though they had come back to reconciliation with the brother, they still had 5 years to go in the famine. That's significant. Sometimes you think that God only does a hookup on your coming out. God will do the hookup in the middle of your going through. Y'all ain't heard me. God will do a hookup in the middle of your going through. See, sometimes we too fashion on coming out, but we can't fashion on getting through. And God sent me before you to preserve you a prosperity in the earth and to save our lives by a great living. He said, I understand what you did, and I know y'all are afraid about it, but I want you to understand this. God was in this. Yes. That God sent me before you.
Thank you, Lord. In
a land such as this, yes, to prepare it for you. I'm going somewhere today.
Yes, sir. Use the Lord.
I'm going somewhere. Haste. And it says, so now it was not you that sent me hither, but God. Yes. And He had made me a father to Pharaoh, and Lord of all his house, and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. See, I was your brother. Yes. But see, if I would have stayed your brother, I never could have become a father to Pharaoh. See, you don't understand that sometimes you got to lead the people you love to become who God wants you to be. Because they would have hindered you from becoming, because they never would see you be what God wants to use you to be. I can hear it now. Don't you go down to Pharaoh. Pharaoh ain't going to let you rule his house. Don't you apply for that job. Don't you be applying for being over the house of Pharaoh. I know you good, Joseph. I know you can handle the affairs, but no. We need to stay right on down here in Canaan land that God has promised us. Some of us have been saved, you've been delivered, and God has given you a Canaan, but He said, I now want you to go into Goshen so that you can get prepared to go into where I want to take you next. You remember when they came out of Canaan, and they probably didn't want to come out of there, but when they came out of Egypt, they didn't want to come out of Egypt. What you bring us out of Egypt for? We were doing right good down there in Egypt. No, you wasn't. You thought you were. God masked all the stuff that was going on so that you could go ahead and grow and multiply. Let me show you some things, though. So anyway, and it says here, it says, haste ye and go up to my father and say unto him, thus saith the son of Joseph, God hath made me Lord of all Egypt. Come down unto me, tarry not. And thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen, and thou shalt be near unto me, thou and thy children's children, and thy flocks and thy herd, and all that thou hast. And there will I nourish thee, for yet there are 5 years of famine, lest thou and thy household, and all that thou hast come to poverty. If y'all don't make this move, let me tell you, there's going to be some recompense.
That's right.
Let me lower something on you.
Help us, Lord.
Jesus is our Joseph. And he's trying to let you know he came to save us in this land, to take us out of this land. But you better understand, if you don't get hooked onto him in this land, you're going to see a poverty that you're not going to be able to survive, even though you're in the church. Oh, come on here now. You can be in this church but not connected. When I say that, because you don't obey what God tells you to do. You're too busy trying to enjoy Canaan land, and God said, I want you to pack up and move. A lot of times we have missed our blessings, and I'm only speaking to me. I'm not speaking to you today, because we haven't been willing to pack up and move.
All right. Ah, mama.
Well, why? Because it's good over here in Canaan land. We're familiar with Canaan land. We've come through in Canaan land before. I know what can happen in Canaan land. I'm not sure what's going to happen over in Egypt. I've always worked for the coal company.
Bless us, Father.
We were blessed down there. Came in and the land flowed with milk and honey. You ever read that book, Who Moved My Cheese? You ain't never read it, you need to read it. Because some of y'all going to be sitting back with some stanky cheese because you didn't move when God told you to move. And all that's left now is the rotten stuff. The new stuff he had already placed for you and prepared for you in another place. How are y'all going? Y'all talking about wanting to go to heaven? How you going to get to heaven if you like it down here? Ooh, Lord. He said, I go away to prepare you a place. And in my Father's house are many mansions. I said, I ain't going nowhere. I like earth.
Come on, sir.
Preach.
Got my 5-bedroom house. I got my job. I got my bank account. We can't go now.
Oh no,
We
I'm ready.
surely can't go now. So he'll shake up your little stuff to move you to another place. Okay, he'll take away your little cold job. He'll take away all of your little finances that were flowing, that milk and honey. Then all of a sudden you say, well, maybe this ain't such a good place.
Help us, Lord.
Maybe this isn't such a good thing. I thought it was. Come on here. That's what happened to me. I was in this little 2-bedroom house. This is what we have for storage. They call bins. Back porch. Outside. We were storing everything. Didn't have no closet. Had one bathroom. I had to go to McDonald's when I had to go in the morning. After having all them girls. They'd have the bathroom tied up. One would come out, the other one would go in. The other one said, anybody think I might need to use the bathroom in between? And you know with men, when the water goes to running, it gets tough. They be taking showers. I said, you think I understand?
I feel you, husband.
I had to hop in the car, drive to McDonald's, and go, whoo. We're living substandard situations according to what God has promised us in our lives, and God is trying to get us to move, and we're saying, no. How many of y'all live from payday to payday? Come on, be honest. How many of y'all would really believe if I told you God don't want you to live like that?
Amen.
How many of you are willing to do something about it? That means you got to make some changes.
That's right.
You got to make some changes. You got to be willing for things to change. You got, because I mean that's a different environment. How many of you should be really having your own business, but you grew up in a society and an environment where you always work for somebody? So the first thing you think about when you don't have a job is to go get another one.
Right.
That's a mentality. It really is. I know that some of you don't think that. You just think, well, that's where I am. That's how I was made. No, that is a mentality. And that's what we're talking about here when they were down in Canaan land. They were taught something to work, and that's what we do because that's what we do. That's who we are. That's what we do. And some folks that have been around, a lot of people have failed businesses, they think that's what they do. Fail a business.
Come on, sir.
No, you might fail in a business, but that don't mean you keep failing business.
That's right. Come on, sir.
Just having an idea doesn't make a business. Oh, shut up now, folks.
Lord.
A lot of people got ideas, but they don't have a business. And even though you implement that idea, somebody may have already implemented an idea. You was just so duped that you didn't see it. Why go out and build a donut shop and there's 10 donut shops already on the street? I didn't know there would be so much competition in this. I was laying home at night and a vision came to me in the middle of the night and it said donuts. Well, maybe God was just telling me to go get one. Hallelujah. About where I was on that Friday night having a fun time. But here you go. And it says, hey, she, and go up. He said, sometimes y'all gotta just get up and go. Get up. But why are we going to Egypt? Y'all know there's some places y'all don't like to go live on the west side. What you mean? What do you mean? The west side. Well, we said we coming to Mount Carmel. What? Y'all going where? I still get that question.
Yes.
He took y'all way down there. Now, when they say he to y'all, they talking about Elder Hogan. And they don't know who the he was that he that led me down here, because surely God would not have told me to go to Mount Carmel.
All right.
Help us, Lord.
Because God don't think like that. But God gave me this scripture. That even though it wasn't what Pope would have chosen to do to go down into Egypt, God said, I want you to pack up. But there was a place in Egypt. That's where I really want to get to. They didn't just go to Egypt. They went to Goshen. That was in Egypt. And Goshen wasn't just any old place. Goshen was in the midst of the famine, was still flourishing. Come on, let's read the word. And thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen, and thou shalt be near unto me, thou and thy children's children, and thy flocks and thy herds, and all that thou hast, and there will I nourish thee. And behold, your eyes see, and the eyes of my brother Benjamin, that is my mouth that speaketh unto you, and ye shall tell my father, blah, blah, blah. And he fell upon his brother's neck, blah, blah, blah. Moreover, he kissed all his brethren and wept. They had a great reunion. And the fame thereof was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Joseph's brethren are come. And it blessed Pharaoh. Y'all hear this? It blessed Pharaoh and his servants.
Yes.
There's a time that they are going to welcome you into their community.
Yes.
But don't get comfortable.
That's right.
Come on.
Pharaoh said unto Joseph, saying to thy brethren, this do ye, lay your beasts and go, get you unto the land of Canaan, and take your father and your household, and come unto me, and I will give you the good of the land of Egypt, and ye shall eat the fat of the land. Now thou art commanded, this do ye, take you wagons out of the land of Egypt for your little ones and for your wives, and bring your father and come. Also regard not your stuff, for the good of of all the land of Egypt is yours. Don't you know that God will give you stuff right here in the midst of the world that you're living in? But realize there's no good guys in the world.
Come on, sir.
Don't let your guard down. God will give you favor. Understand that it's God. It's not because they like you.
Preach.
It's not because they even want you in the land.
Come on, sir.
It's
Preach.
because God is blinding them to their dislikes and all the stuff they don't want out of you. And He's just blinding them because they just want you now. They don't even know why. Come on, Joseph, you've been so good to us, Joseph. But they don't know none of Joseph's fault. How many of y'all know that everybody in your family ain't like you?
Right. Oh,
Everybody in your family ain't like you. If we could get all of them like you, we'd be good. But I know y'all bring in some of y'all family, they'll rob us, they'll steal from us, they'll bust us up, they'll do all kinds of stuff, they'll lie and cheat. But they your family. Hallelujah.
anyhow. Come on, sir.
So don't guard your stuff. Don't bring your mess. We got some new stuff for you down here. And the children of Israel did so. And Joseph gave them wagons according to the commandment of Pharaoh and gave them provision for the way. To all them he gave each man changes of raiment. But to Benjamin, his favorite one, he gave 300 pieces of silver and 5 changes of raiment. Some of y'all would have had a problem with that. Now God's bringing you out just like He's bringing you in and blessed just with the rest of them. But Benjamin got a greater blessing because he was Joseph's brother. There are some people that God's going to give more favor than others. Don't get upset about that. Oh, I can preach right here.
Yes.
The Bible says, be content with godliness, which is great gain. Don't get all envious and jealous over what somebody else got. And you can't begin to receive your blessing with gratitude because you mad because somebody else got greater.
My. Tell the truth.
I gave you a brand new Chevy Cruze. God gave me a brand new Mercedes 500. Well, wait a minute, God.
Come on. That's right.
Wait a minute, God. I don't worry about gas now. She gave me a gas car.
Preach. Anyhow, sir. Help us, Lord.
Instead of saying, well, I get that now. You say, well, I'm blessed because I didn't have that.
Thank you.
I thank the Lord for what He gave me. I thank the Lord for what He blessed me with because I've got to recognize that whatever God blesses me with is what I should receive.
Right.
Because God's not unfair.
Right.
Because fairness really doesn't wrap into the will of God. God has got a plan. See, because somebody got a truck. I'm not going to get mad because they got a truck and I got a car. Because where they going, they might need a truck.
All right.
And where I'm going, I might need a car.
That's right.
Come on, get in the house, sir. Preach, sir.
You won't know that till you try to take your little Mercedes and go up one of these mountains. I wish I didn't have this car now. I wanted this car.
Be careful with that.
That person